Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 1 of a tentative new LP that I'm going to be trying. I recently started playing Civilization V's Faerun Mod. You can find that on my channel. And I was also looking through other games, and I'd never played an Age of Wonders game. And then I heard good things about Age of Wonders 3, and as I played it for a few minutes anyway, that's all I've played of it, I thought, wow, this is kind of what I'm looking for and hoping that the Civ 5 Faerun mod is going to be like. Rather than D&D, it's its own world and everything. So we're going to be trying out Age of Wonders 3. The reason I call it tentative is that it's not, we may play Civ 5 more, or we may play Age of Wonders 3 more. But those two are going to compete for time a little bit. But I hope we can get some good episodes in. We're going to go ahead and be learning the game together, so I hope you'll join me on this journey. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So we're just going to use a guest account or whatever. I may have to restart. Yeah. Let me go ahead and exit. It's without audio. I'm streaming it from my PC. So bear with me, guys. But yeah, we're going to, oh wait, let's add that to laptop Let's Plays. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and light a smoke, but we're going to have fun with this. And we're going to see what it's about a bit. We'll at least do the tutorial and stuff like that. Check it out a bit, and we can kind of actively compare it to Civilization V. And, so yeah. Let's see. Everything looks good here. Colorblind mode, because I am colorblind. Let's go ahead and auto scale the UI. Alright, let's go right into a new campaign. We have all the installed DLC. There's a few different campaigns we can play. Necromancer for experience, Golden Realms for experience, Commonwealth, and Elven Court. Elven Court's recommended for new players. There's also Community we could eventually get to. The Elven Court as Sundrin, Princess of the Renewed High Elves, claim your destiny and decide the future of the world. Includes optional tutorial, so we're going to play that. And check it out.
The Wheel of Ages turns, set in motion by two opposing powers preparing for war. The Commonwealth, humanity's greatest empire, spreads to every continent. Emperor Leonis promises to reward ambition regardless of race, creed, or descent. The empire's machines roll forward, bringing wealth to those willing to crush all opposition. The Elven Court will not submit. It is our duty to protect Athla, so that the wonders of our world will never fade. My name is Sundrin, and this is my journal.
Okay, so let's take a look at the world here a bit. Here we have the Elven Court, the Valley of Wonders, and the Commonwealth, which is taking over everything. Sundrin of House Iniok, High Elf Rogue. We're going to go simultaneous turns because that's what it defaults to. Going to play on normal, and let's hit next.
My father is King Saradas, once first Stormlord of the Dark Elves. My mother is Julia, former Queen of the Wood Elves. Their passion reunited dark and light souls, restoring the High Elves. Their power reinvigorated the glory of Iniok's ancient Elven court. My brother, Prince Thanis, is firstborn. He is schooled in war and statecraft, destined to great deeds. I was born second and a girl. All my father wants me to do is secure a powerful husband, but I want none of that. In public, I may be a dutiful daughter, but I have trained and I have spied. I will be more than just a princess. In the court, envoys come and go. Everyone talks of war. Many flock to the banner of our Elven Court, seeking refuge from the human-run Commonwealth with their technologies of metal and smoke.
Play the tutorial. Warlack, one of the advisors of your father, approaches you with an offer. I have noticed your interest in matters of state, Sundrin. It is wise of you to train for possible conflict. The humans are growing ever bolder, and if war should come, the Elven court will be stronger for your efforts. If you want to learn more, I can tutor you. Yes. Explore the world early. There are many treasures, and quick scouts can scoop them up before the enemy does. There's Sundrin of House Iniok, a high elf rogue. Your rise to power begins. Welcome to Aldor. The legendary isle is pivotal in the history of the elves, but pox-ridden vermin known as goblins are freely defiling its beauty with their blighted diseases, even ransacking the tomb of your grandmother Elwyn. You shall have to cleanse this land of their insolent presence. I've given you the Tome of Wonders, a book describing our world in detail. Sometimes I will refer to it. You can click on the blue words to get extra information from this tome. Let's start with building a storehouse in your village. It will help the village to grow into a town faster, expanding your domain and giving you more income and production capacity, which you will need for training new armies. Left-click on your city to open the interface. I take it this is the city? Welcome to your city. Selecting a city opens the city overview, much like Civ 5. The city overview gives you information on the city's current population, the people. Is that the people? No, there they are, 225. Size and income. Resources produced in cities are added to your global resource pool. Resources. Okay. The fuel for your empire. We've got gold is the most important resource and can be used to recruit new heroes, upgrade your city, or produce units. Unless they've been summoned with magic, the units you control also demand a certain amount of gold of upkeep each turn and may desert if you can afford to pay them. Mana is the primary resource for the casting of global and tactical spells or for forging items. Mana is harder to obtain than gold and should be used wisely. Some spells and summoned units require a certain amount of mana each turn to sustain them and will be cancelled if your mana supplies run too low. Production. A city's production defines the amount of gold or mana that the city can convert into production power each turn. So if you have 50 production and you want to produce a unit that costs 90 gold and 30 mana, you can do so in 3 turns. Makes sense. Production cannot be used by fortresses. Population growth. A city's population will increase each turn. Once a city's population has reached a certain point, the city grows, giving it more income and a larger domain. A city's population growth can be increased through the production of city upgrades or by having structures providing it in a city's domain. It's important to note that population growth from any source doesn't have an effect on dwellings or fortresses. Knowledge determines your empire's ability to conduct research each turn. You can research spells and empire upgrades using knowledge, and once the required amount of research is collected for the spell or empire upgrade, it becomes available for use. Knowledge that has not been used is wasted. Okay. Alright, so we've got gold, mana, production. Oh, it tells us right here. And that's knowledge, the candle. Okay, gold is used to build city upgrades and units. Mana is used to cast spells, and knowledge is used to research new skills. Production indicates how fast the city can build city upgrades and units. Population growth determines the time it takes for a city to grow. The tabs to the left of the screen show the units and upgrades the city can produce, while the queue of things the city is producing is displayed in the center of the screen. The total cost of a unit upgrade divided by the production of a city determines the number of turns it takes for it to be built. Since you already start with a large army, you should concentrate on upgrading your city. Building a storehouse in this city will increase the city's population growth by 100, allowing the city to grow and expand its borders faster. To build a storehouse, select Produce Upgrades from the tabs on the left. Select the storehouse by clicking on it and then click on the Produce button. So we're producing merchandise, increase gold income by 50%, plus 5 gold. We can build a longbowman, a swordsman, an initiate, a builder, a battering ram, and a settler. We'll get into those more later. Here's producing upgrades. So very similar to Civ 5 so far, with some little differences. A storehouse. Okay, cost 100 gold, 100 production, 3 turns, leads to public baths. Produce upgrade, open Tome of Wonders page. This city generates an additional 100 population with the storehouse. Okay. So let's build it. Produce. All right. Okay, now what? Hurry storehouse. Halt production. Change city rally point. Close. Okay, now what's the next part of the tutorial? You selected an army. An army is a stack of one up to 6 units on a single hex and is used to explore the world, attack your enemies, and defend your cities. When an army is selected, you can click on each unit's icon to get more information about them. After selecting an army, you can order to move by right-clicking the hexagon you want to move to. A preview will highlight the route to be taken, with the selection in green showing how far your army is able to move this turn. Move Sundren's army to the gold mine to the northeast by right-clicking on it. Gold mine to the northeast. Army Independence. Okay, we've got Sundren of House Iniok. She's a rogue. You can see her stats there. Shoot darts, shoot acid darts. A High Elf Storm Sister, a Tier 2 High Elf support. All sorts of different stats. Shock bolts, melee strike, stunning touch. More sisters, swordsman. Melee strike 10. And we'll check them out more as we go. What's this? Wait 1 turn. Alright. So the gold mine to the northeast. Dense vegetation. Fertile plains. Sundren, it is good to see you. We are on our way to welcome you in the city, only to see these goblins have taken over the gold mine. Their army is too strong for us. If we attack with both our armies, we can overwhelm them with superior numbers. One moment, Sundren. More armies are always good, but armies need to be paid upkeep. Now that these soldiers have joined us, our gold income will be lower. Okay. You engage independent? Wait, what? Oh, those are goblins. No, I don't want to engage. Abort attack. There's an army. Oh, there's the goblins. And they're on a gold mine. Got it. Okay. So let's see. 2 armies. Okay, this is our fellow army. This is our army. Cast spells in auto combat, manual combat, highlight attack. Oh wow, it shows all kind of stuff about them. We'll get into this more though, like I said. Storm Elf Sisters, Stunning Touch, attempts to stun target enemy unit. They cannot take any action, move, attack, or retaliate. They can walk. Night vision. Unit has +2 vision range. In the underground. Oh, even a little description about them. That's really cool. We'll get into that when we start building units. So let's go ahead and manual combat. Wow. Check this out. It's time for us to begin our attack on the enemy. The defenders always get to act first. Oh, we should use this moment to examine our opponents and think up a strategy. Now it is time for us to act. We can select individual units and give them orders. Once all of our units have moved, we can end our turn. Every unit has 3 action points, which are used up by moving and attacking. We've got Goblin Marauders. We're in melee. Goblin Blight Doctor. A support unit. Poison Bolts. Weakening. Melee Strike, Cure Disease. And Goblin Untouchables, Poison Spit, Melee Strike. Okay, so Storm Sisters are support units. They have a powerful range attack that does shock damage, making them very effective against machines. They also have the Stunning Touch ability, letting them paralyze dangerous enemy units before they can do too much damage. Sundrin is your leader. Leaders are one of the strongest units in your army and are able to cast spells in battle instead of attacking. They can even cast spells when they are not personally present on the battlefield, though this is more expensive to do. During your journey, you will also encounter heroes who have their own spells and special abilities to use in battle. Can she also attack? I would imagine so, yeah. Melee Strike, nice, and they can cast spells. High Elf Swordsmen are infantry units. Swordsmen have swords and shields, are ideal for protecting your longbowmen and sword sisters. So this would take 1, this would take 2, this would take 3. That's unavailable. That's unavailable. So is that... Wait a minute. Storm Sisters... Alright, let's kind of move the swordsman right there. How many points do they have left? Okay, they're out of points. Sundrin, what kind of spells can you cast? On this page of our spellbook, we can see our combat spells. When your leader casts spells in tactical combat, she uses the same casting points she would for casting global spells on the strategic map. So casting spells in battle may delay spells you cast out of battle. When you cast a spell with your leader in combat, she will use up all her action points and will not enter guard mode, leaving her defenseless. Suffocate a unit by creating a temporary vacuum around them, deals 15 damage to target enemy unit. Undead, machine, and incorporeal creatures are immune. 7 mana, 7 casting points, which we see here. Blind, attempts to blind. I guess that's a difficulty check of 14, target enemy unit. If it fails, the unit is hindered instead. Blinded units cannot target units or objects more than 1 hex away or cast spells until end of combat. Hindered units have 50%, minus 50% movement for 1 turn, and rain of poison blades. Rains down armor-piercing blades covered in poison, deals 12 melee and 8 poison damage to target enemy unit, deals an additional 2 melee damage against armored units. So if I were to pick that, oh, I can use it from here. Nifty. I think. Let's abort. Let's just go ahead and move first. Down here we've got swordsmen. Let's move them up in here. Let's move our storm sisters here. Let's move you here. Let's move you here, and storm sisters here. And storm sisters range medium. Out of range. Place the unit into a defensive stance, raising its defense and resistance. Determines how well the unit resists non-physical damage. Guarded units cannot be flanked and have heightened awareness. Alright. And you guys go ahead and guard. You go ahead and rain of poison blades. Wow, we can hit them. How about the Goblin Blight Doctor? That's awesome. Next unit, Storm Sister. Range is medium. Stunning touch. Yeah, go ahead and guard. Go ahead and guard. Go ahead and guard and guard. Wait, go ahead and guard. Click to end turn. You have just ended your turn. Any units who still have action points left will automatically use the guard ability. Guarding gives a bonus to defense and resistance, and extends a unit's threatened zone to hexes behind it so it cannot be flanked. Units also replenish their action points at the end of their turn. Weaken Sundrin. Ooh, 22 poison damage. Morale is very low. She just took a lot of damage. Let's see. Let's take the Swordsman. Target will retaliate 1 to 3 melee, 4 to 6 poison. Versus 10 to 14. Yeah. We're still learning. Retaliation. The unit just retaliated because it was struck in melee. Retaliating uses up that unit's action points, so if it retaliates 3 times, it has no more action points left to act on its own turn. Storm Sisters. Are you done then? Yeah. Storm Sisters. Let's go ahead and get a range of medium. Hit them. Whoops. Nice. Oh. Wow. I don't know why it cast 3 times, but okay. 1 point out of 30 left. Yeah, do that. The girls come here. And just go ahead and kill the untouchable. This unit has been flanked, meaning it's been attacked from a hex outside its threatened zone. When a unit is flanked, it takes more damage and loses the ability to retaliate as it turns to face its attacker. Flanking is a vital part of combat. It allows you to maximize the damage you do while minimizing the damage you take. What's the threatened zone? The 3 hexes that are adjacent to the front side of a unit are called the threatened aura. Units can only do retaliation strikes and attacks of opportunity against targets in this area. For this reason, the direction your units are facing at the end of a combat round can be an important advantage. We'll learn more about that. Alright, you guys are done, you guys are done. You guys are done. You guys can charge. You can stay back and maybe come up and paralyze them. But then she's stuck there. (16 to 24). I don't want to lose Sundrin in combat. That is 2 to 3 times 3. Let's move up here. 2 to 3 times 3. (7 to 11). Yeah. And then you, Storm Sisters, you've already acted. You need to heal. 16 to 24. if we don't kill them, 12 to 18 times 2, that should be a kill. Charge ahead. Boom. Boom. Nifty. Click to end turn. Dependents are moving. Oh. Dang. Wow. Alright, let's get our warriors to just come here and... You know what? Let's get our Storm Sisters to attack from a range. Nice. Now that they're weakened. I just don't want to take too much damage here. Flanking. There we go. Success. How does it feel, Sundrin? Victory on the field of battle. I can see you have it in you to become a capable leader. Those goblins are nothing but filthy, poisonous creatures relying on weakening their enemies and spreading their blighted diseases. We had best rid ourselves of them entirely. Okay, so we did lose. Defeated a group of swordsmen. And one we can replay. Okay. Clear the gold mine completed. Some wretched goblins have taken over the gold mine. We have to take it back. Attacking with multiple armies allows you to take more units into battle, leading to easier victories with less casualties. Exploring the gold mine, you discover 43 gold. Okay. Let's see. This army. Okay. And this is a what? A mana node, explored, income plus 10 mana. Should we select a skill to research? This is your skill book. The current page shows the skills that you can research, which includes new spells, upgrades to your empire, and new units you can produce. Knowledge is used to fuel research. It is produced in your cities from laboratories and observatories, as well as from certain structures in your domain, such as the Vault of Knowledge. Start researching basic seafaring since you're on an island. Oh, this is so cool, guys. 60 knowledge, 3 turns. Basic seafaring. It is an empire upgrade, of course. Enables units to embark on frigates and thus move over water. In addition, it enables production of the frigate warship in cities with a harbor. Alright. Unlocks advanced seafaring. Cool. Okay, we've done that. Now we have to explore the island. Okay. Do we heal after battle? We do not. Huh, how do we heal? Well, in any event, let's go ahead and save. And explore a bit. Watchtower. There, our enemy. When will they ever learn to live in harmony with what they have instead of greedily wanting more? I guess their short lives make it impossible for them to see the consequences of their actions. They do not need to sustain their surroundings. That is why you need to take responsibility, Sundrin. Your family has long ruled the world and should do so again. You have captured a watchtower. Structure was undefended. Gold mine. This unit should join our army. Yeah, there we go. And that is Echo the Explosive War. Spy drone. Army leader. Tier 1 machine. See unit full details. Oh. It looked like a mechanical fish swimming in the sky. It looked flimsy and our archers could have easily dispatched them, but we ignored them. For what could they do compared to Emperor Leonis's war machines and mounted cavalry? This proved a serious tactical error, for each of these drones that enabled the Emperor to see our movements also was equipped with a powerful explosive. He drove them into our city gates. The force of the explosion tore through my best defenders. That is how we lost the city of Evermont. Tactical Failures of the Elven Corps by Commandant Windsor Ludstar. Okay, Festival of Evil. The festival grants +5 health and Good Slayer to units. For units dedicated to evil, the health bonus is doubled. They do a melee strike of 6. Good Slayer deals an additional +3 melee damage against units dedicated to good for the Festival of Evil. When this unit dies, it explodes, dealing 10 melee and 10 fire damage to units within a 1 hex radius. They're a machine. Machines cannot regenerate health and take less damage from ranged physical attacks. Cannot regenerate health. Floating. The unit's able to float. This enables the unit to traverse every type of terrain at a move cost of 4 movement points, except mountains, which cost 6, and traverse roads and water at a move cost of 3. Only cavern walls cannot be traversed. 100% blight protection. So that's blight, not poison, and spirit protection. Okay. Mana stash. Can we move any further? Aldor, this island belongs to the Elven Corps. Goblins are desecrating its pristine nature and despoiling the tomb of Elwyn, once queen of all elves. We should explore the island and see what happened to Elwyn's tomb for ourselves. To do this, we can capture watchtowers or send units to scout. Watchtower structures allows the owner to see a larger portion of the map surrounding the watchtower. A watchtower is owned by the leader who last visited it, but does not need a unit on them in order to provide vision. This makes them an effective strategic tool to provide increased vision without having to keep units posted around that area. Watchtowers can also be built by the builder unit. Alright, so we would have to click to end turn. We can move out of movement points. We have something being produced here. Do we want to produce anything else? Let's see, Sundrin. This is your leader panel. On the left side is an overview of your leader's abilities. On the right side is your leader's inventory. Here you can view and equip all the items you find during your journey. Items can give your leader extra abilities to use in battle or stat bonuses. When your leader levels up, they're rewarded with 5 skill points. Go to the skill point tab to spend these points on abilities or stat boosts. The upgrade button shows how many points are available to spend. Are these the buttons? Okay, so we have harnessing the power of air. You suffocate your enemies, summoning mighty air elementals, help or hinder ranged attacks, and turn the lands to ice with freezing winds. Air nodes generate an additional 5 mana. Nothing remains hidden or unknown for explorers and their excellent scouts. Your cities and boats have an additional 1 vision range. As follower of creation, you have the power to rejuvenate the lands, protect and heal your troops, and oppose the unnatural. Creation nodes generate an additional 5 mana. Creation Adept has good alignment skills. 20 out of 50 though, that's pretty bad. We can shoot acid darts. Can trigger up to 3 times. Straight shot. Does less damage at long range. You can shoot regular darts, same idea. Cannot be used while unit is engaged. And they strike 13. We can walk. Cavalry are highly mobile units that can outmaneuver their enemies and charge at them to deal extra damage. Cavalry are especially effective against archers whose ranged advantage is negated by the superior movement capabilities of the mounts. Charge deals 6 melee damage on the first strike in melee combat if the unit has moved 3 or more hexes this turn. This distance includes the hex that's being attacked. High Elf. High Elves are forest dwellers who are resistant to most forms of magic while being more vulnerable to poison and disease. High Elves specialize in ranged combat. Their archers do not suffer penalties from attacking units at long range. Good to know. Terrain: likes dense vegetation, dislikes tropical, subterranean, and hates blighted and volcano. Bonuses: +1 resistance, +1 range strength, +1 air range strength, +1 melee range strength. I don't know. Or +20% blight resistance. City +3 knowledge. Forestry, population growth -10%. Forestry: this unit's move cost for traversing dense vegetation is reduced by 2. Mounted, which enables it to charge, but also makes it susceptible to skills and abilities that affect mounted units. Unit's a leader. Other players cannot take control of this unit using mind control abilities such as Charm, Convert, or Dominate. Unit regenerates 6 health per turn. Fast healing. Backstab: deal +6 melee damage when performing a melee flanking attack. Elementals, dragons, machine, and undead are not affected. Resurgence: when the unit dies in combat, it's resurged at the end of combat if the owner is victorious. Resurged units are brought back with 35% of their maximum health and blight weakness 20%. We have a Nefarious Blowpipe. Common usable item. It shoots darts, and it shoots acid darts. And there's all sorts of stuff we can get. That's awesome. Oh, here's the upgrade. The area. Hero upgrades. We can get some good upgrades for the hero. Very similar to the Age of Fear series, actually, where we can get some good upgrades in that series as well. I guess we'll go ahead and end the turn. You have ended your turn and a new one begins. You can always use the event list at the right side of the screen to see the important events of the turn. Click the events to manage them. Confirm army movement. Select event F. Shows F. Oh, that's the event. Move. You know, we could explore actually over here through the dense vegetation. Come up this way just to see if there's any little secrets around. Aha! Treasure chest contains an amount of gold and mana. You found 123 gold, 58 mana. New day dawns. The village of Hero produced Storehouse. Next production merchandise. Basic seafaring researched. Empire-wide effect. And select new research. Receive +1 vision range. Units embark on galleons instead of frigates. Enables production of the galleon warship in cities with a harbor. Research Cloak and Dagger. Increases spellcasting points by 10, allowing you to cast more spells per turn. Also increases mana capacity by 100, allowing you to store more mana. Class of Rogue. Courtesan Ambassadors. Receive a permanent relation bonus with independent cities, which makes them more friendly. Produce Scoundrel. Enables production of the Scoundrel in cities with a Rogue's Palace. And it would unlock the research of Produce Bard. They shoot light crossbows. They can sabotage, melee, and sprint. Irregular training. All irregulars undergo special training, causing newly produced irregular units to gain an additional rank. Off the beaten path, irregular units receive mountaineering, forestry, and wetlands walking. Over here we have spells. Iron Grip. Strategic spell. Keeps an iron grips on a city's population. Target owned city gains a 300 happiness bonus. Terraformer enables the terraforming of terrain into wetlands, fertile plains, dense vegetation, and barrens. Quick Dash restores 15 health and 50% of the movement points of target friendly unit. Machines are not affected. And dispel all magical enchantments on target unit, removing all of its buffs and debuffs. Global spells, combat. Here you can find your Empire upgrades. They're always... Empire upgrades are skills that add a passive bonus to your Empire. They are always active and do not require any mana to sustain, unlike global spells. This is what we have. Disjunction destroys an enemy globally sustained spell or battlefield enchantment. Air node mana bonus. Air nodes generate additional 5 mana. Creation nodes generate an additional 5 mana. Explorers, cities and boats have additional 1 vision, and basic seafaring. And here, combat spells, an overview of your combat spells, which can only be used in tactical combat. Like global spells, they use mana and casting points. Casting points are replenished at the start of the next strategic turn, so be sure to spend them wisely. Suffocate, Rain of Poison Blades, and Blind. Global spells are spells that can be cast on the strategic map. They require mana and casting points to cast, and some cost mana every turn to be sustained. The amount of turns it takes to cast a spell is determined by the total mana cost divided by the casting points you get per turn. You can cancel an active global spell at any time by using the overview panel on the top left. Summon Grimbeak Crows. 9 mana per turn. 40 mana, 40 casting points 1 turn. We don't have the casting points to cast that. Oh, it'd be corpse looting. Gain a small amount of whatever that is for each unit killed in combat. Seek inspiration. Clears the skill book and causes new skills to appear for you to research. Poison Mastery. All infantry, cavalry, and irregular units gain a +2 poison strength. Oh, we can cast these right now. 70 disjunction cost. 20 per turn mana. Cost 2 turns to cast. 50 casting points and 50 mana. Summon Grimbeak Crows takes 1 turn. They have a melee strike of 6, just kind of a fodder unit. And we still haven't picked research. Mountaineering, forestry, and wetlands walking. What are irregulars, though? Let's go ahead and produce scoundrels. Okay, they're a tier 1 unit irregular. Increases spellcasting points by 10, allowing you to cast more spells per turn. Also increases mana capacity by 100, allowing you to store more mana. Yeah, let's learn that. Select production for hero. Oof. City options. Plunder, raise, releases vassal. Existing upgrades. It's a throne city. If they flee to the void, your leader will reappear here. Race of High Elf. It's got a barracks. Unlocks the production of infantry and archer units for the city. Builder's Hall generates an additional 20 production and unlocks the production of settler and builder units. Leads to stone wall with wooden wall. Siege workshop. Harbor unlocks High Elf settler, High Elf builder. Rogue's Palace unlocks the production of class specific units for the city depending on Empire upgrades. Leads to Planar Gate. Unlocks units High Elf Bard with Produce Bard. High Elf Scoundrel with Produce Scoundrel. High Elf Assassin with Produce Assassin. And a Storehouse. So let's... A laboratory would generate an additional 10 knowledge. Planar Gate. Additional 5 mana would be produced by the city. Unlocks the production of class-specific units for the city depending on Empire upgrades. We're not there yet. Harbor. Yeah, I guess we should go ahead and build the harbor. Unlocks the production of boat units for the city depending on... public bath, so gains additional 100 happiness. What is this? Oh, that's gold? Okay. I don't see morale anywhere here. Warhol. High Elf Unicorn Rider, High Elf Union Guard. Unlocks the production of pikemen and cavalry units for this city. Shrine generates an additional 10 mana. Let's go ahead and build a harbor. 3 turns, 100 gold, frigate warship. What else can it produce? It looks like it can produce a lot per turn. If I were to produce a shrine... Oh, that's a queue, I think. Yeah, keep producing this list of queue items. Okay. Alright, so that's it for that. Our army requires orders. Oh, we can actually go over the mountain, but there's nothing out here but water. Let's come down here. And, click to end turn. Um, 14 base movement cost. Let's come here. And blighted dense vegetation. Let's go down here. See what's down this way. Haste berries fully restores movement points of visiting units, adds 5 production when located within your domain, recharged in 3 turns. Okay, so we can move again. Haste berries. The barons are blighted down there. Let's not get too close to them. Sundrin, there is a cave entrance here. Be careful inside. Caves reduce the vision range of your units except for those with night vision ability, like Storm Sisters. Your high elf units also won't like being underground, so we should avoid battles there if we can help it. Nevertheless, this shortcut provides us with an excellent opportunity to send more units to fight the enemy. I don't necessarily think that's something we should probably get into. But we could potentially... Well, let's save, I guess, and go in. Let's see how long we've been playing. 48 minutes, I have to wrap it up. So, hope you enjoyed this. Guys, I'm probably going to play this more than Civ 5. Civ 5's a bit different. It's more of an overview grand strategy. This is more of a combat-oriented, building armies, building your leaders up. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm enjoying this already, and I can see that I'm really going to like this. So I may end up playing this more than Civ 5. But I hope you'll check out both of them if you'd like. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Feel free to join me on this journey. I'd love to have you. Hope you enjoyed the video and will enjoy the game enough to follow me on this journey. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Catch you next time. Much more to come. Bye-bye.